everybody, it's Christy over at Crafty Christy's Creations. Today I'm going to show you this really cute card. This is made on my Cameo, and I'm going to be sending this as my Father's Day card. So I'm just going to show you how we put this together. So there's a couple different ways that you can do it. The file is set up that you can either have this cutout panel as just the panel, or as I'll show you here, the card I'm going to make today is part of your actual card base. So there's the two different ways that you can do that, and it has the score line on there and everything. So I'm going to make this one, and I'm going to make it pretty like this. And I just want to show you, you always have the option to just throw in an extra panel in here and just do it that way and call it done. And then that would be a super quick, easy card. But I'm going to spice it up a little bit, and I'm going to do some inking on my card piece here, just like the one that I showed you. So I'm just going to go across the top. I'm using Salty Ocean, Weathered Wood, Old Paper, and Chipped Sapphire. And these are all Distress ink and Distress oxides. I tend to intermix them, just depends what color I need. So I'm just going to go across the top with this nice bright blue. And this is going to be the sky that's going to peek out above the mountains. And then this card comes with a couple different sentiments. The main one that it says is, all my favorite memories are with you. And then there's a separate piece where you can do happy birthday or you can do happy Father's Day. And you always have the option to do your own too. So just know that. And then I have a little template here that I cut, and I'm just using that as kind of my guide to make sure I have that far enough, and that looks pretty good. So then I'm going to switch to Weathered Wood, and that'll be my layer for the mountains, and I'm just going to make that pretty thin. Again, I'm just kind of throwing some ink across the page here. I am not the best at blending these, so please don't judge me by my techniques for ink blending. I am not a master. I am just going to try to get some color down here and try to blend these. Okay, and then our next color is going to be behind the trees. And this is the Old Paper, so it's just a really light green, kind of a yellowy green. So you could totally take this card and change out the sentiments and use it really for any occasion that you wanted. This could be a sympathy card as well, just changing out the sentiment. I'm just throwing down some ink across here. All right, that looks pretty good. And then our last color will be the Chipped Sapphire. And then this will be just for the water. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let me just move all these out of the way. All right, not too bad. So this is gonna go on the inside of here, and it fits, and there's still quite a bit of extra room there, around there, so just know that. I'm gonna just put a light layer of, you know what, this is brand new, let me make sure, yeah. I'm just gonna put a light layer of glue on this, so that way when I get it in there, I can get it in just the right spot. Actually, I am gonna do that, but I'm also gonna I'm gonna try to kind of touch up some spots on this inside piece here, because this also I want to sit. Should have had this sitting upside down. This is brand new. I think you have to cut off the tip. Yeah. Cut off the tip of new glue. Now it's gonna explode. Okay. I'm just gonna try to tap that. You can always go in with your finger and remove some of the glue if you need to. Ooh. Okay. This gets a little bit messy. But I want to make sure that all these pieces are going to stay down. And I cut this out of a thicker cardstock, so that way, you know, you want the base of your card to have some weight to it so it can hold everything else up. And plus, these pieces aren't going to be as flimsy that way. All right, and then I'm just going to put a little light layer around this edge. That was still a lot too. I'm just going to take my finger across that and get rid of some of that extra glue that I don't need. Okay. All right, so this bright blue is the top, so I'm going to slide that in this direction. And it doesn't have to fit perfectly, but you want to make sure it's scooted down enough that this can still close. So I might have to scoot this down a little bit. There we go. There. And then I'm just going to press this down. And all the extra glue spilled out. Okay, so thankfully this glue dries nice and clear, so that's not too much of a worry. Okay, and then for the inside, you have two panels that can go on the bottom here, and you have like a decorative layer and then one, see I did, I actually did this as a sketch pen, and it's hard to tell, but there is a little bit of space in between the letters here because it just does the outline, but since the pen was thick enough, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna just put this on the inside here. And there should be a little 1/4 inch border all the way around. Goodness. I'm just going to use my finger to spread this out. That gave a lot. All right, so like I said, there's a little border that goes all the way around. And I'm really just pressing this down because this white piece is a really thick piece of cardstock, whereas the blue is not. And then we can pull this over and do the same thing. Flip this guy over, put some glue on here, and I'm going to glue it to the inside. And there will be a little border around this as well. That's better. And you especially want to make sure there is a gap at the top so that when this card closes, there's room for every piece to fold in. Okay. All right, so here's the card complete, super quick. All right, so if you are interested in purchasing this card and making one for yourself, you can find it on my website at craftychristiescreations.com. Until next time, with love, Crafty Christy.